The Volumes application gives you the possibility to monitor the ongoing progress of earthworks. It helps calculate accurate and flexible volumes, independent of size or shape, and applies a correction factor in relation to your material. The volume of a stockpile or pit is immediately calculated and displayed, which makes office work easier. Let us imagine we are on a construction site. A building is to be constructed, but for this we want to evaluate the site and calculate the volume to see the quantity of earth which will need to be removed or added. By using New Surface from the toolbox, we can determine the surface for which we want to calculate the volume. The surface points can be stored on a different layer and can be measured or selected from the existing points. After all the points have been measured, when we pressed End Surface from the toolbox, surface creation is finished. We can either measure all points at once, creating just one surface, or we can split the top and bottom points into two surfaces. Because we have assigned different codes for the points, each surface is on a new layer. We can now create a new surface using the Selection Window tool, which will create a surface from the points inside the selection window. Using the 3D viewer, we can have a better overview of the surface and also of the building. Volume calculation is done easily by selecting Calculate Volume from the toolbox. There are more possibilities to calculate a volume, but for this example we chose the stockpile method and we follow the wizard. Volume is immediately calculated and displayed on the top. In addition, we get information about the surface and the balanced site elevation. In case that we don't want to move dirt from the site but would rather bring dirt to the site, the balanced site elevation will be the reference height. In the second wizard step, we can apply a correction factor, shrink or swell, in relation to the material we use. The calculated volume changes immediately according to the correction factor applied, and it is displayed on the top. By pressing Accept, the stockpile volume is calculated. To create a report, we have to go back to the Home menu and access Reports. We then have the possibility to choose where we want to save the report to and in which format. The report contains information about boundary points, correction factor applied, surface, perimeter, volume, and an image of the surface for which the volume was created. There are other methods to calculate the volume. As a stockpile in respect to an elevation, a chosen point or another surface. Using the surface-to-surface method will give us the complete volume between two surfaces with the same boundary. Let's choose to calculate volume between the whole surface and the top surface. Average height difference and surface area will also be displayed during the volume computation. Still using icon, still in the field.